नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा दामोदर राधे जय राधा कृष्ण चंद्र राधे जय राधा माधव राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय पंचतत्वा जय जय प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल नाना शास्त्र विचारणैक निपुणो सधर्म संस्थापकौ लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्याकरौ राधा कृष्ण पधार विंद भजना नंदेन मठालिकयो वंदे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्री जीव गोपालकौ वंदे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्री जीव गोपालकौ. Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams to all the devotees. Welcoming all of you for the first official session. Yesterday was an introductory session taken by Prabhuji, but today we will start with the study of the book. And we have our speaker today, Sumohini Gopika Mataji. She does not need an introduction. She's taken several sessions for us for Brahma Samhita. So request to Sumohini Gopika Mataji to take this forward with our first official study of the Nectar of Devotion by Srila Rupa Goswami, the summary study of which has been given by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat pranam, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I welcome all the Matajis present here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, can we mute everyone?
Hare Krishna. Bhuvana Mataji, can you just mute everyone, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, I'll mute Mataji, but Sumoni Mataji, you have to unmute yourself.
Sure, Mataji. And Mataji, can we have Mataji, can you say something?
Mataji, you're not audible.
Mataji, can we have NOD on the screen? Can somebody share the screen? Okay. Mom, Vishnu Padaya, Krishna, Vishnu, Vishnu. Hare Krishna. So Mataji has sung one of the verses from already Mataji has sung. So let us read the meaning of those words, what Mataji has sung. Nana Shastra Vichara Naika Nipano Saddharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakaranau Tribhuvane Manyav Sharanyakaro Radha Krishna Padala Vinda Bhajana Mat Nandena Mattaliko Vande Srila Rupa Sanat Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. So what is the meaning of the verses? Before writing this Nectar of Devotion, Rupa Goswami has paid his respectable obeisances to 6 Goswamis, namely Sri Sanatana Goswami, So, meaning of this verse is, I offer my obeisances onto the 6 Goswamis. This is Prabhupada is writing. Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Srila Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Gopala Bhatta Dasa Goswami, and who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. So, all the Goswamis, we are paying obeisances. And why? Because they are expert in scrutinizingly studying the revealed scriptures, and also they are aimed at establishing the religious principles. For what? For the benefit of all the human beings. Thus, they are honored in all the 3 worlds, and they are worth taking the shelter because they are observed in the mood of gopis. They are in what mood? They are in the mood of gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna. So let us start with the preface. Nectar of Devotion. So Nectar of Devotion is a summary study of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is written by Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada in Sanskrit. So here, Mataji, little zoom. And who was Rupa Goswami? He was one of the chief of the 6 Goswamis. Who just now we have read who are the other Goswamis. So, and he was the direct disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He also met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So first he met, and then his brother Sanatana has met. So Srila Rupa Goswami was engaged as a minister in the Mohammedan government of Bengal. So what was Rupa Goswami was doing before meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He was serving in the Mohammedan ministry or government, where it was in Bengal. He and his brother Sanatana were then named Dabira Khasa and Sakara Malika respectively. So these were their names before the initiation. Actually, their names were different, but these are the positions. They were given certain position. For example, we will be having a positions called accountant, or we will be having a position called kind of a officer. So these are the positions. And they held responsible posts as ministers of Nawab Hussain Shah. They were the ministers of Nawab Hussain Shah. So at that time, 500 years ago, it was long back. When it was 500 years ago, so when a Hindu community person is working under a Muslim community, then he was completely rejected. He was not taken back into the Brahmana society, especially in Brahmanas. So that was the position. The 2 brothers were there. They were working under the Mohammedan government. They belonged to the highly situated Saraswata Brahmana community. They were highly situated in a what community? Saraswata Brahmana community. But they were ostracized due to the acceptance of ministerial post in the government of Hussain Shah. As I was telling, that the Hindu or the Brahmana people were not able to accept them because they were working under the Muslim king. So by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they both became exalted devotees because he has accepted them as his disciple. And And from the disciples, they have come, they progressed, they became very serious in devotion, and they became the Goswamis. What is a Goswami? Which is a very high position in the Brahminical culture. Similarly, example of Haridas Thakur is also explained here. Haridas Thakur also belonged to the Mohammedan family, and later Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given him the honor of Acharya of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, because he was chanting many lakhs of names, so his name, so he was called as the Acharya of chanting of the holy name. What is the holy name? We know Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya principle is universal. So it was universal. There was no caste, there was no religion which was stopping. He gave the mercy to everybody. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna and is engaged in the service of the Lord is accepted by as being in higher position than person born in the family of a Brahmana. So, irrespective of the culture, caste, or whatever birth they have taken, when they are practicing Krishna consciousness, so Lord Chaitanya used to accept as his dear ones, and they were considered as in a highest position, even more than the person born in a Brahmana. So that was actually the original principle, which is also accepted by the Bhagavad Gita and also in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is explained there. So the principle of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very simple. What is the principle? It is educating and evaluating everyone to the exalted position of the Goswamis from the Bhakta position. So by following these principles, the devotee will be exalted to the position of a Goswami. This is all explained in this book called Nectar of Devotion. That is the reason it is very important to read this book. So here, more explanation of the Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. How did they reach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? How did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted them as their disciples? It is explained here. So Lord Chaitanya met two brothers, Dabira Khasa and Sakara Mallika, in a village known as Ramakeli. Where did they first meet? They met in a village called Ramakeli in the district of Malda. So after meeting the two brothers, these two brothers have decided to retire from that Muslim government. And what they wanted to do, they wanted to join the movement of Lord Chaitanya. So Dabira Khasa, who was later known as Rupa Goswami, this Dabira Khasa later got initiated and he became Rupa Goswami. So first he retired. So he went and told Muslim king that I want to retire, and then he has retired. So what he has done during retirement, even now we get even now in government officials we get lot of retirement money. In the same way, this Dabira Khasa or the Rupa Goswami was also given with lot of the money. How it was given that time? It was collected in the form of a gold coins. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained that the savings were there in the form of the gold coins, which are equal to the millions of dollars, and it was filled in a large boat. In a very big boat, those gold coins were filled. So he has divided the money into three parts. Let us see how he has divided the money into three parts. 50% he has given to Krishna conscious persons. So who are the Krishna conscious persons? They are Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. And 25% he has distributed among the relatives. And remaining 25% he has kept for the emergency expenditures and the personal difficulties. So this division of money, how he has divided, this this can be followed even by the devotees, because this is a perfect example how we have to actually use our money for emergencies, for the relatives, and how we have to use our money in a Krishna conscious way. And then later Sakara Mallika, then after Rupa Goswami went and surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Sakara Mallika. Who is the Sakara Mallika? He is Sanatana Goswami. So he retired. He went and told Nawab Hussain that I want to retire and I want to I want to go back. Then he says that Nawab gets agitated. He gets very angry because already the younger brother is gone. Again, you are going. How is it? How will I rule the government like that? He gets angry. Then he will put the Sanatana Goswami in a jail. And what will Sanatana Goswami do? Sanatana Goswami will take the advantage of the money which his brother has kept with some of the village banker, and with that gold coins he will give it to the jailer or the whoever is in charge in the jail, and he will give and he will escape from the jail. In this way, both the brothers will join Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu. Actually, there is a big story how he has gone, how they have met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There will be a dacoits, there will be a lot of difficulties on the way while they reach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is explained in one of the book of Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So I think it is I have the book. I will share the book name. It is nicely explained. How did they meet? How did Mahaprabhu first react seeing them? And what are the exchanges happened between them? So all these things. It is a very big journey, very big story. How he actually he kept one servant as a helper, and the thieves followed him, and then he has given that money to the servant, and he sent one gold coin was there. Even that gold coin also he has given to that servant, and he has sent. So like this, it is detailedly explained. I will share the book name in the group. You can go through. And then later what happened? Rupa Goswami, actually Rupa Goswami met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time at Prayag. Where is it? It is in the Allahabad district of India. So, Dasaswamedha Bathing Gata. So there, Lord Chaitanya has instructed him continuously for 10 days. How many days? 10 days. And he has and what he has instructed? He has instructed Rupa Goswami on the science of Krishna consciousness. And those explanations, what Mahaprabhu has given to Rupa Goswami, are narrated, and that is made into a book called Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. The Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Okay. Then, so later, Rupa Goswami has elaborated these teachings into a profound knowledge of revealed scriptures. He has elaborated, and then he has made into a proper scriptures with the proper Vedic verses. He has nicely elaborated it. And Srila Srinivasa Acharya describes in his prayers that these 6 Goswamis, they were highly learned in Sanskrit, and they know, other than the Sanskrit, they also know foreign languages like Persian and Arabic. And they have studied all the Vedic scriptures. And what they have done, they have established the cult of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. On what basis? On the authority, on the authorized principles of Vedic knowledge. They have established the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. And so even the present Krishna conscious movement, what we are following, it is all based on the authority of Srila Rupa Goswami. Whatever he has presented, the same principles we are following. That is the reason we are called as, all of us are called as Rupanugas, or the followers in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. So Srila Rupa Goswami, he has prepared Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, and then he has presented it in the form of the nectar of devotion. So whoever takes the advantage of this literature, he will be solidly, completely situated in the Krishna consciousness. So it is advised for everybody, every Rupanuga, every devotee, whoever is following Prabhupada movement, they have to read this book called Nectar of Devotion. So let us see little more deep into this. So what is the Bhakti? Here, Bhakti means the devotional service. What is the Bhakti means? Bhakti means the devotional service. So every service is attractive, whether it is a chapel stand, whether it is a cooking, whether it is a deity service, whether it is doing yajna, whether it is doing arti, whether it is doing any service, any service we take, it is all attractive. And this will drive the servitor progressively and on and on. So when we are doing this service, we are progressing little by little, little by little. So every one of us in the world is perpetually engaged in some sort of service, right? We are engaged in some sort of the service. We are either serving our parents, we are serving our children, we are serving our husband, we are serving our guru, we are serving our dependents. So everybody in the material world is doing some service under somebody. And what is the result of that service? What do we get from that service? We get lot of pleasure. So example of a husband is explained here. A husband takes all kind of impediments, all kind of troubles for the pleasure of taking care of wife and children. So in the same way, here it is explained that every one of us in the world are doing some or the other service to get the pleasure. Like husband is getting a pleasure because he has got the affection for his wife and children. So he want to keep them comfortable. Out of the love, he buys sari for her. Out of the love, he gives good education, good food for her and for the children. So he takes care of the family, and this is out of the affection and love. A philanthropist works in the same way for the love of the great families. In the same way, the philanthropist works for the great family. Nationalist for the country, and the force which drive the philanthropist, the householder, and the nationalist. So what is the force? What the affection I told you, that force is called as rasa, or a kind of mellow. So because of that rasa or the mellow, whose taste is very sweet. Actually, I have heard in one lecture that the beauty in the child is the beauty, the innocence, is purposefully created in the child, so that the mother does all the menial service to the child without having second thought. Otherwise, we don't do for other children, right? We don't go outside and do for other children. We don't wash their potty and all. We do only for our children because that affection, natural affection is created. We do it for our parents when they become old. Why? Because that natural affection is created for the person. So in the same way, that is called as the driving force is called as rasa. So here, Bhakti Rasa is a mellow different from ordinary rasa enjoyed by the mundane workers. But here one difference is there. The rasa which is enjoyed by a devotee and the rasa which is enjoyed by a material person is different. Let us see how it is different. Mundane workers labor very hard day and night in order to relish a certain kind of rasa, which is understood as a sense gratification. So the mundane person does work day and night. And what does he get? And what does it is described as? It is for his sense gratification, and it is completely mundane. So the relish or the taste which he gets out of this mundane work is also material. And therefore, the mundane workers are always apt to change their position for their enjoyment. Example, I'll tell you. I was working in some school. Initially, I was working as a teacher. And then what happened? This was before Krishna consciousness. So while I was working, I was a very small teacher, and then I was not happy. Then again I did some course, and again I went for a promotion. So Atara I was changing, thinking that I'll be happy, I'll get more salary, I'll be getting more fame, I'll be getting more respect. Atara I was doing. So that was for the material benefit. That was for the point of material aspect. A businessman is not satisfied by working the whole week. Therefore, wanting a change for the weekend, and he goes to a place where he's trying to forget his business activities. So this is about a businessman. Businessman works so hard day and night. And at the end of the day, what does he want? He wants some rest during the weekend so that he can spend with his family. He can do whatever he likes. So, and with that, he forgets the tiredness which he gets in the whole week. So this is the change a person expects. This is the change a person wants in the material world, because he is working for a material cause. And then, okay. Material engagement means accepting a particular status of some time and changing it. So what is the material engagement? It is accepting accepting a particular status for some time being, but till he gets some rasa, we will do that. And then when he is bored, we want to shift to, like a monkey, we jump from one place to another place. For example, the material people, sometimes they get bored, they go to a movie. Sometimes they get bored, they go to a some mall. Sometimes they go to a restaurant. So atara, they will keep changing their positions to get more pleasure. Today they'll get pleasure by using one type of mobile. Tomorrow they want something else. So atara, different kinds they explore. So this position of changing back and forth is technically known as bhogatyaga, which means a position of alternating sense enjoyment and renunciation. So this position of changing from one pleasure to another pleasure, from one activity to another activity, leaving the enjoyment what we get in one activity to the another, is called as bhogatyaga. So the living entity cannot steadily remain either in the sense enjoyment nor not in the renunciation. So here it is explained that we cannot be happy even in sense enjoyment or in complete renunciation. Let us see why. Because the change is going on perpetually. Continuous change is going on. So what is happening? We cannot be happy in either state because of our constitutional position. What is our constitutional position? Our constitutional position is actually to serve the Lord. But instead of doing that, what are we doing? We are serving Maya. So we will not be happy. Sense gratification does not endure for long. It is temporary. The material happiness is temporary. So, and it is called as chapala sukha or flickering happiness. Flickering happiness means very limited or very temporary happiness. Sense gratification, okay. For example, the ordinary family man who works hard day and night is successful in giving comforts to his family members, thereby relishes a kind of mellows. But his whole advancement of material happiness immediately terminates as soon as his body, he leaves the body and the life is over. So a material person works day and night for the family. And at the end of the day, what is the end? How does it stop? It stops only by when he leaves the body. So Atara, by his whole advancement will completely, so how much ever big position he go, how much ever he earn, at the end of the day, it will stop by what? By the death. Death is therefore taken as a representative of the God for atheist class of men. So whoever doesn't believe in God, they consider death as a God. The devotee realizes, for the non-devotees, for the atheist, Krishna comes as a death. The devotee realizes the presence of God by devotional service. How does the bhakta realizes the presence, realizes by the devotional service, that there is a God. Presence of God is realized by devotional service. Whereas the atheist realizes the presence of the God in the form of death. Okay. At death, what will happen? Everything is finished. So one has to start his new chapter, new life, and everything he has to do. So, and this can be either he in the next birth, he can go to the lower planet or to the higher planets. Based on what? Based on the present activities. Whatever he is doing now, all that count is taken. And based on that count, he will either be promoted to the higher planet, or he might go to the lower planet, or he might go to the higher birth, or he might go to a lower birth. So the result, so those activities can be like his political activities, his social activities, his rational activities, international activities, his super duper activities, any activity. The result of our actions will be finished by the end of the life, and that is for sure. So the result is finished by the end of the life. So Bhakti Rasa, however, the mellow released in the transcendental service of the Lord does not finish with the end of the life. Whereas the Bhakti or the devotional service, what we are doing, it will not end by this life. Let us see what will happen to the Bhakti, what we do, what we are practicing in this life. It continually, perpetually, and is therefore called as Amrita. So it is continuous. That is called as, it is called Amrita, that which does not die. And but it exists eternally. It will not die and it will exist eternally. This is confirmed even in the Vedas, like Vedic literatures. Even it is confirmed in Vedic literatures. So Bhagavad Gita says, even a little advancement, a little, very, very little advancement a bhakta or a devotee does in the Bhakti Rasa, in the path of devotion, that will protect him from the greatest danger. So once actually I heard one devotee telling, two devotees were traveling in a car, and I think it is happened in the USA. So they were going very speed, and all of a sudden, they were hit by another car. The car rolled 2 to 3 times on the road, and the devotees were actually singing Narsimha Aarti at that time. So, and even after that tragic accident, the car rolled 2 to 3 times. Still, even a scratch has not happened in their bodies. So, because they were completely dependent on Narsimha, and Narsimha has protected them from that greatest danger. So, itara, whatever position they are in, but even a little advancement in the path of devotion, a person is protected. The person is protected from a greatest danger. My own mother, she was not a devotee, but she has come to dhams like Puri Dham and Mayapur. So all of a sudden she fell sick. She became so sick that she was in ICU for 25 days. When she has come to the Puri temple, she has bought one big photo of Jagannath, and knowingly, unknowingly, every day she was worshipping the Jagannath and she was offering to Jagannath and eating. So, ee tara, 25 days she was in ICU, and so while she was in ICU, some of the devotees, they came to know about this because our family members have requested them to pray. So they have bought the Narshinga oil, the Narshima locket, Kavacha, and they have given to keep near my mother, and we were continuously chanting for her. So we actually, doctors have given no hopes for her. She was not talking, she was not moving, she was completely unconscious. It went on till 25 days, and every day we were chanting continuously. So some of the other devotees were praying, and every day we used to go, we used to visit, and we used to keep tilak and come. The only thing what we were doing is keeping tilak near her and praying for her, and Narshima photo near her head. And to our surprise, after the 25th day, my mother was holding the picture of Lord Narsimha, and she came happily walking to the house. So the person who was almost near the deathbed, she, just because she has done some sukriti, worshipping Jagannath and offering and eating prasad and coming to the dham, some devotee has passed on all these things to us in the hospital, and because of the devotee's prayers, she was protected. This incident actually gave me a lot of faith in chanting and lot of hope that Krishna will definitely protect us in any kind of danger. And my mother was never sick in all of her 50 years. She was perfectly all right. All of a sudden, heart has stopped. Her lungs were not working. Her kidneys were not working. Everything was on machines. Everything was operated with some or the other machines. So, Itara, Lord will help us from greatest danger. So, that of missing the opportunity of human life. That of missing the opportunity of human life. So, we don't even have to take next birth as a human. We can go back directly to Krishna if we are serving, if we are advancing. The rasa derived from the feelings in social, in family, or in a greater family of altruism, philanthropy, nationalism, socialism, communism, etc. do not guarantee. Whereas the other parts of the activities what we give, they do not guarantee any kind of human birth in the next life. They just entangle us. For example, if we are doing some activities like meat eating, or if gambling, all these things will entangle us. They give us more kind of sin, and we get entangled. So we prepare our next life by activities what we are doing in the present life. A living entity is offered a particular type of body as a result of action in the present body. So whatever we are doing in the present, we will be given the next body. And these activities are taken into account by superior authority. Who is that superior authority called? Daiva, or authority of the God. And this Daiva is explained in Bhagavad Gita as how it is explained? that a man takes his next body by Daiva Netrena, which means by the supervision, by the authority of the Supreme. So we are all under camera. We are being observed and we are being seen what we are doing, and everything is taken into the account. We cannot think we are independent, nobody is watching us. Everywhere Krishna is watching us. So in an ordinary sense, Daiva is explained as the destiny. We generally say, no, it is destiny. Oh, that person has died. His destiny is like that. His days are like that. His karma is like that. Atara we decide, right? So it is considered as a destiny also sometimes. Daiva supervision gives us body selected from 8,40,000 forms. So here 84,000 species and 84 lakh species, and the choice does not depend on our selection. We can take any form. The person can take any form. He can take a form of a pig, he can take a form of an animal, he can take a form of a bird, he can take a form of a snake. So whatever activity, or he can take a form of a plant, or in whatever activity he does, based on that 84 lakh species, we, without our option, without even intervenence of the person, he is given the body. If our body present is engaged in activities of Krishna consciousness. So this is about the devotee. So if we are engaging our body in Krishna consciousness, what will happen? Let us see. This is guaranteed that we will have, what is guaranteed? It is guaranteed that we will have at least human form in the next life. So here it is clearly explained that if we are following Krishna conscious activity, we will be given the next birth as a human life, at least human life. For what? A human being engaged in Krishna conscious, even, at least human body in our next life. A human being engaged in Krishna consciousness, and that devotee, if he is failed to finish all his bhakti, or if he is not able to finish all his bhakti yoga, then what will happen? He is given the higher divisions of human society. One of the higher caste. So that he will have a good family, he will have a good food, he will have a good facilities to practice Krishna consciousness. So even a devotee, usually a devotee has to finish his responsibilities, his course, his Bhakti Yoga course here in this material world, and he has to go back. For example, if he has not gone back, still he has a chance to be born in a good family to practice Krishna consciousness and again go back. So therefore, all the bona fide activities in Krishna consciousness are Amrita. Amrita means permanent. So that is the subject matter of nectar of devotion. This eternal engagement in Bhakti Rasa can be understood by a serious student upon studying the nectar of devotion. So this eternal engagement can be understood only when we become the student and study this nectar of devotion. So adaptation of Bhakti Rasa or the Krishna consciousness will immediately bring one to an auspicious life free from anxieties. What will happen when we read this book of Nectar of Devotion? We will be freed from all kinds of anxieties and will bless one with transcendental existence, thus minimizing the value of liberation. So, and will bless one, and it will bless the person with the transcendental existence. So it is like there is you are in a mode of transcendence. Bhakti Rasa itself is sufficient to produce the feel of liberation because it attracts the attention of the Supreme Lord. So when we are doing Bhakti Rasa, that Bhakti Rasa itself directly gives us, it's directly gives us liberation. It produces us feeling of liberation. Why? Because it is directly dealing with Krishna, and Krishna is directly attracted to Bhakti Rasa. Generally, neophytic devotees are anxious to see Krishna, God. As soon as some neophytes come to Krishna consciousness, the stage of bhakti, they want to see the Lord. They want to experience the Lord. So that time we cannot see the Lord. Why we cannot see? Because we have got our material senses, and our material senses are not perfect. We have a limited senses. We can see only to certain extent. We can hear only to certain extent. We can feel only to certain extent. We can even eat only to a certain extent. So our senses are completely imperfect. Even what we see is sometimes illusion. Sometimes we get confused seeing the mirage as a water in the desert. So sometimes even the sun is very far, but it appears very small. Sun is very big. Actual size of sun is very big, but it appears very small. So the senses are illusionary. And the one person perception is different to the another person perception. So we cannot see the Lord with the senses what we have. If we want to see the Lord, what do we want? We need Divya Chakshuhu. We need the Divya Chakshuhu to see the Lord. The process of devotional service, as it is recommended in the Nectar of Devotion, will gradually elevate one from material condition of the life to the spiritual. So, by this process of devotional service, what will happen? We will be progressing from the material conditions of the life to spiritual. How it will happen? Before the person used to before becoming to Krishna consciousness, what they used to do? They used to eat, they used to accumulate the sin, they used to wear dresses, they used to buy everything for themselves. But now, what after becoming devotee, the person will bring the vegetables, fruits, they will offer it to the Lord, they will eat, they bring their clothes, they offer it to the deities, they make night dresses, they make the house as a Vaikunta, they make the house as a home for the Krishna, they sing. Before they used to only eat, but now they distribute prasadam. Before it was only a karmic, only a material work, but after coming to Krishna consciousness, it turns into the spiritual activity called seva. So whatever we do, it becomes seva. Either in the temple or in the home, we are in the mood of serving servant, and we are in the mood of service. So in the temple, we do flower service, we do cleaning service, we do cooking service, we do distribution of prasadam service. So anything what we do is a seva. So by doing this, it pleases Krishna. So this is the change. Initially, a person used to do for the sense gratification, only eating, bhoga, to have his bhog. But now that rog of bhog has become the service. When the purified senses are employed in the senses can then become uncontaminated, become continually in touch with the Bhakti Rasa. Thus, all the senses will be purified. We have an example of Amrisha Dasa, Amrish Maharaj. So what Amrish Maharaj used to do, he used to engage all his senses, eyes to see the Lord, ears to hear, mouth to glorify the Lord, hands to clean the temple, and legs to go to the dhams or visit temples. So Atara, he used to engage all his senses. So when we are engaging all our senses in the service, then what will happen? All our senses gets purified. And any action performed by the satisfaction of the Krishna in this transcendental Bhakti Rasa stage of life can be relished perpetually. So whatever we are doing for the service of the Lord, what will happen? When we are doing it, it is relished. It is nicely relished. Bhakti Rasa stage of life can be relished perfect. Continuous Rasa we will get. There is no end for this Rasa. When one is thus engaged in the devotional service, all varieties of rasas, mellows, turn into eternity. And in the beginning, one is trained according to the principles of regulation under the guidance of Acharya or spiritual master. So when a devotee comes to ISKCON, what he will do? Slowly, he will start coming to the temple. He will start meeting the devotees. He'll start liking the environment. He will start singing. He will start dancing. He will start eating only prasadam. After a little changes, he will stop. Slowly, he will stop without onion garlic. Slowly, he'll start offering. Slowly, his dress from jeans or from kurtas, they will become the traditional attire. And slowly, they turn little by little towards the sattvic mode. They change. So under the guidance of spiritual master, they also not only the physical appearance, but also the rules and regulations, like they will change. They will start accepting the rules and regulations, like co-regulative principles, restricting themselves from unwanted relationships. So Atara, they will be confined to following the rules and regulations. and they do the service with by following these rules and regulations. Then later what it happens, initially it needs a push, but after that it becomes the natural phenomena. The devotee will naturally offer. Nobody has to tell him you have to offer and eat. Nobody has to tell him get up in the Mangalarti and chant. Nobody will tell him clean your altar. Nobody has to tell him please go and do this service. He himself will make his time and he himself will go to the temple. He himself will do some service. He himself will help the devotees. He himself will sit and read. He himself will do Tulsi Aarti, Mangala Aarti, Darshana Aarti. So he himself will go to yatras. So it will become the natural phenomena for the devotee to do all these services. So there are 12 kinds of rasas, as it will be explained in the book. Further, they explain about the 12 rasas. And by renovating our relationship with Krishna in 5 rasas, we can live eternally in full knowledge and bliss. So the 5 main rasas are there: Vatsalya, Madhurya, Dasya. So Atara, 5 are there. So all those 5 rasas, they can live eternally in full knowledge and bliss. We can enjoy those in full knowledge and bliss. So this is about the preface of Nectar of Devotion. And Mataji, if any of you have any questions, you can please unmute yourself and you can ask. Any doubts if you have, you can please ask me.
Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Mataji, there's a question in the chat box.
Are you able to see Mataji in chat box?
Yeah, Mataji, once again. What are the 7 secondary rasas? Mataji, this will be explained, Mataji. In the further classes, it will be explained.
And Mataji, one more question is there.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Can you kindly advise the names of 6 Goswamis in order of seniority, please?
The order of seniority, I will check and update, Mataji. Out of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami is the eldest and Rupa Goswami is the youngest. So I can get the sequence. Actually, here only one question is I can see. I don't know why I'm able to see. I can ask my seniors and get back on this, Mataji. Based on the age of seniority of devotion, I can get the list. Otherwise, the names are Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Anything else, Mataji?
I have one question. How can
Yes.
pure devotion be performed without jnana and jnana and karma? Means it is very difficult to perform bhakti, pure bhakti, without jnana and karma. Means in this age of Kali, pure bhakti cannot be performed. Like,
That is why we have to read the books. That is the reason the knowledge is needed. Without knowledge, it is not possible. We are given the books. We are conducting in the temple. They are conducting exams of 4 rounds, 2 rounds, 12 rounds, 16 rounds, because the firm faith is established. Without the knowledge, it will not be giving the right consciousness to perform bhakti. Hare Krishna. Did I answer, Prabhu, Mataji?
Mataji, I think that is initiation program, is it not?
No. Even it is for initiation. Why is initiation needed? Because when we are taking initiation, we need to know what we are following. Even to chant 1 round, there are few books need to be finished. Even to take Prabhupada's shelter, even before chanting also, we have to read books. So,
Okay. Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So if no questions, Mataji, we can end the session, or do you want to do some Kirtan, Mataji?
If possible, Mataji, we have
Or
10 more minutes.
we can sing Shat Goswami Ashtakam.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, definitely, Mataji.
Mataji, can we share the screen, Mataji, Shat Goswami Ashtakam?
Rohina Mataji, will you able to do, or?
I don't have it, Mataji.
Okay, okay, Mataji. 1 second, Mataji, I'll do.
So this wonderful Shat Goswami Ashtakam. Once the screen is shared, you all can repeat with me. Yes. So this Shat Goswami Ashtakam was written by Srinivasa Acharya. So there are 8 verses. Let us sing the verses. Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paro Premamritambudo Nidhi Dira Dira Jana Priyo Priyakaro Nirmatsaro Pujito Shri Chaitanya Kripabharo Bhuvi Bhuvo Barhavatantarako Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. Can we sing, Mataji? Can we repeat? Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paro. Matajis and Prabhujis can repeat.
Krishna Kirtana
Dira Dira Jana Priyo
Nirmasaro Pujito
Chaitanya Kripabharau Bhuvi Bhuvo. Sing, Maji, sing.
Shri Chaitanya Kripabharau
Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipuno Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro Radha Krishna Aravinda Bhajana Nandena Taliko Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. Third verse. Gaurang Nanu Varnana Vido Anandam Budivardhanaika Nipuno Kaivalyanistarako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Fourth verse. Tyakva tu namashesha mandalapati
श्रेणीं सहतुच्यवन्
भूत्वादीनवेशया
भूत्वादीनवेशया
कौपीन कान्ताश्रितो भूपि भावरसामृतालहरी कल्लोलमग्नौ मुहुरमुग्नौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ गोपालकौ तत्कोकिलहंससारसगणा कीर्णे मयूराकुले नानारत्ननिबद्धमूलवितपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने राधा कृष्ण महर्निशम्प्रभृतौ जीवतदौ योमुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ साङ्ख्यापूर्णनामघननति कालावसानिकृतौ राधा वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ राधा प्रेमोन्मादवतदर्शनसदा ग्रस्तौ सदा गायन्तौ च वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ
श्रीजीवगोपालकौ
हे
हे राधे
राधे चलनिते
हे
नन्दो
सुनो
श्री
गोवर्धन
चन्तौ सर्वतो व्रजन्ते हे धर्मः वन्दे
रूपसनातन
वन्दे सनातनौ रघुयुगौ जीवगोपालकौ
Mataji, can I please take a screenshot of the whole thing?
जीवगोपालकौ. So,
Padma Mataji, read from first.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I beg forgiveness. I have told, these prayers are given by Prabhupada, but these prayers are written by Srinivasa Acharya. Here it is clearly mentioned, it is Srinivasa Acharya. Okay, Mataji, when you get time to read the meaning of these verses, it is very beautiful. So before starting Nectar of Devotion, you can just read all these verses and read the meaning. Okay,
Mataji, can you please scroll it a little up, because the sixth one I'm unable to take a copy.
Okay, Mataji, can you scroll it up, Mataji? They want to take the screenshot.
Doing
Thank you.
Bas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Have a happy Kartik, everybody, and offer ghee lamp every day in the temple or at home to Radha Damodar. It is very wonderful if you offer ghee lamp in the whole Kartik month, and if possible, you can go to any yatras and also offer the ghee lamp. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Same to you,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Hare
Happy
Krishna,
Kartik.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandot pranam.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Dandavat pranam.
Thank you,
This
Mataji.
session, Mataji. Thank you.
Dhanya Prasad.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, with your permission, I'm ending this session,
Yes,
Mataji.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes,
Hare
ma'am.
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna. Hare
Pura
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.